back to my channel. My name's Katie and this is Catherine the 19th, the channel where we love to talk all things filmmaking, travel, and productivity. Today I'm sharing with you my October bullet journal setup. So again, we're kicking things off this month with a little quote page using the theme colors for October. This kind of dark reddish brown color is a color that I decided to go with for October. I thought it would be fitting with the leaves and, fall and all that stuff. So just to the left of my October cover page, I'm writing a quote that says, "There is purpose to every season." I wrote this down a while ago in just a list of quote ideas, and it felt like it fit for this time in my life. So that's what I'm writing here. And I'm just using a variety of different fall colors to kind of spice up this page. But I'm going to be sticking to that reddy brown color for the majority of this month. So as you can see, I've already messed up a little bit. The R on every does not look the best, but as said in the title, this is realistic bullet journaling, and we just leave stuff like that because it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm the only one who's going to see it all the time, and the quote is inspiring nonetheless, despite the mistakes. So anyway, now I am just going to outline my cursive writing in black and do a little bit of drop shadows because I always find that makes it stand out a little bit more than just doing the marker. Now that this is pretty much done, I am moving on to my cover page. So again, I'm going with a sort of fall leaves theme. As you may know, if you've watched my bullet journal videos before, I am not that much of an artist, so all of my doodles and little decorations are always super basic, which means they should be easy for you to do too if you're looking for ideas. So literally all I did was write October in all caps, and now I'm just kind of haphazardly drawing little leaf shapes around the page. I don't know, just random little leaf shapes. And now I'm doing that in orange, and I'm going to do it in red as well, just to kind of fill in the page with fall vibes, And then after this, I'm going to take my black gel pen and just outline a couple of them and give them a bit of a drop shadow so that some stand out a little bit more, but I do not have the patience to outline every single leaf. So we're keeping it basic and keeping it fun because I really do believe that bullet journaling needs to be fun for you. Like, do not agonize over making the decorations. If you love to be a perfectionist with that kind of thing, go for it, but that's not me. So anyway, that's the cover page. Now we're moving on to the monthly spread, the calendar. So I did go in ahead of time and kind of count out my squares to make sure that the size that I wanted to do was gonna fit. And then this month I decided to do something a little bit different. Last month I just did a straight up grid where I used a ruler to draw in my lines for the month, but this time I decided that I wanted to do kind of floating boxes with curved-ish lines. So once I counted out my 5x5 squares and made sure that the number that I needed horizontally and vertically would fit across the two pages, then I just stopped drawing in the pencil, and so now I'm going over in pen. And this is kind of one of the more boring spreads, I guess, just because it's so repetitive. You have to go through and make all these boxes, and the entire time you kind of want to be checking that you're making them the right size so that you don't mess up one row and then all of a sudden the entire thing's kind of like not in alignment anymore. So I just took my time-ish and went through and drew the boxes. Once again, it does not have to be perfect. As you can see, these all look slightly different, and some of the lines are more curved than others, and whatever. Now here you can see that I'm checking my phone because I wanted to make sure that I had the right number of weeks and that, if October starts on this day, then how many weeks do I have, etc., etc. So just figuring that out before I erase the rest of the pencil lines and then start with my drop shadows. So the fun thing about having them be separate floating boxes is you can add a drop shadow to every day, and I think that kind of finishes it off and makes it look nice and makes it pop a little bit more. So I'm just going through with my theme color for the month and doing drop shadows. It's interesting because when I saw this marker, I thought it'd be a really pretty kind of deep red, maroon color, and then once you actually draw on the page with it, it's very much brown. But I went with it anyway because I thought it looked nice. But Crayola, that lid color is deceiving. So now I'm just writing October in cursive and then doing the standard trick where you make the downstrokes look a bit more thick so it looks more like calligraphy, I guess. Yeah, and then adding my trackers to the side, my YouTube growth tracker, and then like a little goals box. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do that YouTube tracker because I don't find it super useful, because I do have like a goals tracker that's its own page, but it gives me something to put on the side of the calendar, so we're keeping it for now. Now I'm just outlining October with my black pen, again, to make it stand out a little bit more, make it look a little more finished. And then once I'm finished that, I'm just going to go ahead and add a few more decorations with random leaves and that sort of thing. Oh, and I forgot, there's still one step left, and that is for me to go through and label all the days and then number all of them. This part's always stressful for me. I triple check like a million times what day of the week the month starts on, because I would hate to like fill in all these numbers and then have screwed up what day to start on. So anyway, here it is. There is the finished monthly spread. Now it's time for a couple idea type spreads. I make a video ideas page and then a notes page right next to it. Last month I decided to do video ideas and then gratitude pages, but I regret to inform you that I only filled in the gratitude pages spread for like 5 days and then I stopped. So I would like to try to get back to that at some point, but I wonder if there's a more effective way for me to do it. So I'll keep thinking about that and keep you posted for next month if that spread makes a reappearance. But for this month, I decided to just do a single page for video ideas and a single page for notes, because I didn't end up filling up the entire space that I had for notes last month anyway. The notes page is pretty basic. I literally just write notes at the top, and then I decided to add in a few random decorations with leaves at the bottom, which I apologize you cannot see right now. Still getting used to filming these videos. I need to remember when my notebook goes out of frame. But in a second here you'll see that it's just the same kind of random leaf shapes that I drew on the cover page. Now it's time for a weekly spread. This month I am trying out a brand new weekly spread. I kind of did the same weekly spread all month last month, so I decided to shake it up and try something new. I like to draw it out in pencil beforehand to make sure that the box sizes that I'm trying to use are gonna fit. So now I'm just kind of erasing those boxes and drawing it in marker. Basically what I decided to do, instead of my kind of like 2 separate page setup that I did last month, is draw 6 boxes that span the 2 pages, and the 6th box I split into 2 so that I have 7 for the days of the week. These boxes are going to be where I write all of my tasks and all my to-do list items, and then on the sidebar on the left, which is still open, I'm going to write my weekly goals and my weekly events. So basically all of the components that I used in my weekly spread last month are still there. They're just kind of balanced more. The main thing that's changed is that last month I had my tasks kind of spread across 2 different areas, and so it wasn't always clear to me where I should write what task, and so I decided to just consolidate it so all the tasks would go into the box for each day, and then I would just have events and goals on the left sidebar. So now I'm just going in and writing the days of the week and then what date it is, so 01, 02, etc. And then I'm writing Monday through Sunday in the events sidebar, and I will fill that in later with stuff that I have going on those days. For goals, it's a similar setup before. I'm using icons to represent the main goals that I have for the week. My goals for October have changed, which if you're interested in, I made a monthly goals video. I will link it on the screen and in the description so you can hear about the goals that I set for October. So because my goals changed, so do the icons and the list that I put under my weekly goals. So that's the weekly spread. Now we'll just flip back through, see all of my spreads from this month. Thanks so much for watching this October bullet journal setup. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Also, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so that you don't miss any of my future bullet journal videos or my vlogs, videography tutorials, and travel videos. Once again, thanks for watching, and as always, I love you all. I hope you're following your dreams, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!